It's Money Manifesting Monday. Pick your message and go to the corresponding timestamp listed below. And let's get ready to destroy those abundance blockers. Pile number 1, your main message for this week is declutter. You'll feel better and more focused if you take the time to clear away the clutter from your living and workspace. Donate what you can to help others who may need your items. Be sure to keep your schedule uncluttered as well. So are you overscheduling your time? Do you have fear of missing out? Let's not do that this week, all right? Say no to somebody. You know, you might be feeling that somehow responsible for another individual. I'm going to go with this because this just hit me. You know, you've got a friend who's really relying on you lately for emotional support, and I want you to hear these words. This week, Spirit's saying, don't drop them, but, you know, do something for yourself first here, because other people will eat up your time, and it's now up to them. You've spent enough time with this person. This is very specific for somebody out there, but you've given enough of your time to them, and it's time for them to stand on their own 2 feet a little bit. And it, in fact, will help them a little bit if they're not so reliant on you this week. So declutter your schedule. And if you have piles starting to show up around your house, I can always tell how kind of what mood I've been in. It's almost like a snapshot. If I look at my desk and I can't see it, you know, or not, I mean, there's a difference between having the piles of the organized piles of this is what order I'm going to do something and when, which happens a lot, or things that are just strewn all over and I don't even know what's there. So this is Spirit asking you to take a look at what is, you know, cluttering your space. Where's your brain? Because if you look at how you're living right now, it's a good snapshot of your mood. So clear it up, clean it up. You deserve a clean workspace, a clean area, clean living space. It'll make you feel better. It'll make you feel better. Second message for this week is conquer. I love this. Conquer and declutter. That's powerful. So you have the strength to overcome all challenges on your path to emotional and financial freedom. You do. You have it. Keep going. Be unstoppable. The only thing stopping us ever is our own minds, our own beliefs, our own core beliefs. That's the only thing that ever gets in our way. I mean, we like to blame other people making us feel, and they don't. There is no such thing as somebody else making you feel. We take what somebody says and we process it completely on our own with our own experiences. And what might bug me might not bug you, if you understand what I'm saying. So everybody has a different thing that triggers them. And whatever your triggers are, you have the power to overcome that. And especially something kind of, to me, this is an easier thing to do is declutter your space. That does make you feel more powerful when you can sit down at wherever it is that you work, whether you're leaving your house to a job or in your own home. Since COVID and everybody working from home, if your home space has gotten kind of ratty, this is more of get that cleaned up because it will help you stay focused. So what do you need to conquer? Oh, look, you've got the manifesting card. The sky is like magic. And it's funny they use the Harry Potter colors. It almost looks like they use the Gryffindor colors here. This guy with his tie and his scarf. So it says you're manifesting, okay? So as soon as you get this clean space and you understand your power, you will be manifesting. I mean, that's why you're here. You're here to manifest. So Spirit's telling you, it's a good week to do that. You've got the first bullet point says you have all the tools you need to increase your income. This is the Magician card in the tarot deck. It really is. You have everything you need. They're telling you that. Second bullet says good fortune is coming soon. So there's your promise. Do what you need to do and it's on its way. Third bullet point, an opportunity may come to you where you can showcase your talents. So yay. It is actually coming for you. It is, it is. Do what you need to do. It's happening. So now we have patience. Divine timing is at hand, and it will require having faith while you are shown the way. I don't know about you, but I do have a problem with patience, because it's like I try and gauge how I'm doing every month, but sometimes I gauge myself by the wrong things. Wrong things meaning analytics or numbers. And sometimes success comes by letting go of what you've already done. You've done the hard work. You felt really good about what you put out into the world. And then it might take longer than you expect for that wheel to get going. So just have patience. It's happening. Things are happening in the background that you can't see. Second bullet point. You may feel tired and out of balance. The universe is forcing you to rest and recover. So you heard that, right? This week, rest. Get time to yourself. Very, very important, okay? Because that's what's going to help you balance. You've got to get some quiet time. Don't fight it. Don't make excuses. Don't tell yourself you can't take downtime. You have to do it this week, right? Third bullet point, money may be slow in coming, or you're unsatisfied with your finances. So give this a chance. If you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, and you're doing things that bring you joy, and you're putting your mind in a positive mindset, and you're imagining the abundance that and being grateful for what you already have, and you're doing these things, it will happen. Okay, that's the universal promise. It will. So just relax and find peace. Just try and, be quiet about it. Just let it happen. Okay? There's your messages for this week. I am wishing you all the health, wealth, and abundance, and I will see you next week. If you chose the second set of messages, your main message for this week is take a divinely guided chance. Ooh, someone's got the risk card. All right, so all positive change and successful ventures involve a degree of risk. And you are ready to follow your divine guidance to new territories. As you leave behind that which is uncomfortable and familiar, but no longer appropriate for you, you make room for a new and more meaningful opportunity. So yeah, it's time to take a little bit of risk. What have you been wanting to do, but you're like, oh, I don't know if I should do it. This is your message that it's time to do it. It's going to be good. Oh, you got the declutter card. This card has been very popular lately. Very, very popular lately. And not this, like there's multiples that are similar to this about cleaning off your space, So let's go to this specific card, because this is not the same as exactly like the other one. But look, it says create a sacred workspace that you love. Clutter keeps you stuck. Clear it and watch your creativity and abundance flow easily. So if you've got a bunch of stuff around you that just irritates you, so let's say you decided you were going to write a novel. Just go with me here. And you're having so much joy writing it, but in your peripherals or right in your view is your pile of bills. And that takes you into a different headspace. Move it, okay? Just move it to where it's not in your direct line of vision. And that's what I'm getting for you. Somebody out there is at their workspace, and every time something is on their desk that's bugging them, move it. Move it behind you. Put it behind you. Okay? You move it back when you're done. But it will help to keep that space clean so that you're focused on what you're working on. And I don't know. And I'm getting this vision of there's a picture. There's a picture of somebody on your desk, and it's distracting you. Whether that's a new love interest or one that's just recently left you, move it. Get that picture out of your line of sight. Okay? Somebody needed to hear that. All right, now we have recognition. So your money is looking good and solid. Yay! Yay, good news, right? So this is why you're probably getting the go ahead to take that risk, is because they know that the money's already coming. So this is Spirit saying that this is why we want you to know, this is why we want you to feel comfortable taking your risk, because there is that bit of money that's going to come forward for you. Bullet 2, whatever you are working on now will win you the respect of others. Boom. You start getting other people speaking your name and talking highly about you. You know, even if they're impressed with what you do, word of mouth is free advertising. So yes, it's as good as spending money for marketing. Bullet 3, you could earn a leadership position or get the recognition you deserve. So however you want to see this, guys, you're getting recognized very soon. So yay. Now we have Transporter. This card is a good indicator that things will start moving for you rather quickly. Oof. Okay, so be prepared. Are you ready? Part of this declutter is to be ready for this change, because it looks like it's going to happen fast. Bullet point 2, a career in transportation, such as travel, driving, or shipping, could appeal to you. That, you know, if that made you excited to hear those words, this is your yes card for the week. So go after that career. You know, if you want to drive 18-wheelers and you wanted to go to the school to learn how to drive an 18-wheeler, and I don't know why I just said that, but I have to say it when it pops into my head. This is your go. This is your do that. Okay, you want to learn to fly a small plane. Do that. Okay, there you go. The last bullet point for you is you could travel for work, or perhaps you need to take action on a financial matter. Okay, so if this is a financial matter, you need to act quickly. You need to understand that the money is coming forward for you, because the universe has promised you that. And let's go back to the declutter card. If you have a pile of bills that you've been avoiding, go in there. There could be something in there that you need to see that you didn't think. Maybe you thought it was trash and you just left it there, but it could actually be a bill for I'm getting medical bill. It's time to open that up. And if you can't pay it right now, you can call the office and tell them they will work something out with you. I'm telling you, especially if it's a medical bill. And that's what really just came forward, was there's a medical bill in that clutter. Please find it and take care of it immediately, because as long as you're letting them know that you're not trying to get out of it, they'll work with you. Okay, so those are your messages for this week. I am wishing you all the best, and never give up, guys. Never give up. All right, keep manifesting. Until next week, see you then. If you chose this pile, your main message this week is bountiful nature. Spending time in nature helps shift you to a higher vibration and reminds you of God's infinite abundance. So go outside and enjoy a walk, a hike, or with your pet, and meditate beneath a tree. Get in the garden, sit under the stars, or do some other activity to connect with the limitless vastness. So think about it. Have you ever laid outside and stared at the stars for a little while, or just sat outside for 5 minutes? I know it's getting cold in some parts of the world, but if you're looking up at the stars and you can't imagine it, how far away it is or how big it is. Now, if you shift that thought to magical power, you have the connection to that. You have the access to that. And I think this is why you're getting this message this week, because you can appreciate that. You can appreciate the fact that there's things that are so big our brains can't comprehend it. So once you recognize that you have access to this powerful and this bounty of the power in nature. I mean, think about what a tornado can do, the destruction it can do, but think about how nature rebuilds itself. And that's kind of what we need to be. We need to understand that, like, every winter, everything kind of shuts down and looks like it dies. We go into that ourselves as human beings. We tear it, things get torn down that don't help us, and then they build back up. And then spring comes and we have growth, right? And this is just reminding you that you are part of that cycle, that nature. You are meant to have things die away, and you are meant to be reborn, regrowth. And by sometimes just looking at a tree and realizing that, you are much like that tree. You started off as a seed, and then now you're this big thing. You're growing. Make that connection and it'll all make sense. Your next card out is simplify. Stop wasting time on busy work that doesn't move your business forward. Complete tasks that bring in money first. So this is about an order of your to-do list. If you create a to-do list for the day, make sure that you're doing your money-making matters first and your other things last. Believe it or not, if you're a parent and you take care of things and you have responsibilities at home, honestly, more likely than not, you have enough underwear that you don't need to do that laundry today. And you might be doing that first, which in some cases isn't necessary, but in most cases it can wait. It can wait one more day, okay? Because this money-making thing that you need to do first will, you have to get it going, right? So you chose this pile, and your message for this week is to let that mundane thing go and do the money focus first. Your next card out is health. All right, so some situation needed resolution will be resolved and healed. So yay, this could be some problem solves itself. This doesn't actually mean physical body. This could actually mean a situation that wasn't working out so great is actually going to resolve itself. Second bullet point, consider careers in the medical field, massage therapy, or any healing work. So if that is what you've been thinking about, maybe you were thinking about becoming studying to be a doctor or a light worker, the healing energies here, or a nurse. If any of that just made you excited, please know that this is your answer to sign up and yes, yes, yes. Third bullet point says it's time to replenish your energy and fully energize to prepare for what's next. So do a body scan on yourself. How you feeling? Check in physically and emotionally. How are you? If you feel like you need some time off, please take it, because the universe is saying you're getting ready to go. Okay, you're getting ready to rock and roll here. So make sure that you're ready for it. You're asking for more. You want more money. It's going to mean more activity, and universe wants to give it to you, but you got to be physically ready to receive it. Now we have investments. Finances are looking good and they're growing. All right, so do you hear that? They're saying even if you don't see it right now, it's happening in the background. Number 2 bullet point. This is a great time to invest. So there you go. What is investing for you? Are they telling you to start taking money out of your paycheck and adding more into your 401k if that is what you have? Or are they saying, it's time to take more out than maybe you're only putting in $100 for those of you who are able to do that. And they're saying, take out more, take out 15% instead of 10. This is invest in yourself now. Or maybe you were thinking about doing something more to get ahead, buying that Facebook ad. And that too could be something that they're saying, yes, it's time. And then the third bullet point says, set a strong foundation and you will see the fruits of your labor. Okay? So just get going, guys. And it's a good week for you. All right? So simplify, body scan, emotional and physical body scan, and remind yourself that, investment in time and energy and health, just go sit out in nature for a little bit. Something will remind you. And you might need to hear this as well. So you're still with me, good, because somebody else needs to hear this. If you get out in nature, the universe likes to use things like animals to send us a message. And you know how I truly believe, if you haven't been with me, understand something. I know that if an animal that normally wouldn't cross our path crosses our path, look it up, because the symbol of it is the universe talking to you. God is trying to tell you something. For me, I've had in the past a bear will literally walk right in front of my car. and hello, right? Or a hawk will swoop down in front of me. Or there was one, I was looking out my window and there was a hawk sitting in the tree. And some nights there will be, out of nowhere, an owl will show up and start hooting outside my bedroom window. And when that happens, I look up the meaning. It could be if you've, a mouse, if you're not prone to having critters like that in your environment, and all of a sudden you see a mouse run in front of you, look it up. Because I'm telling you, nature gives us messages. The universe will use anything in its power. They will use magazine articles. They will use, obviously, the angel numbers, right? So when you see 111, 1111, 222, 555, 66, anything like that, those are all messages the universe has a way of showing us. So take a look when you're out in nature. Even billboards. Guys, if you're driving home and you see a billboard, sometimes billboards, they might have a name on it that reminds you to call that friend with the same name. So it's awareness. I just went back to that bountiful nature card. Sorry for the rant, but somebody out there needs to pay attention because nature is trying to tell you something. Okay. Another example is 3 blue jays might land in your yard. And I just think that's amazing when you see 3 or a group of animals specifically where you can count them. So the number 3 will mean something and the blue jay will mean something. All right. There you go. So those are your messages for this week. I am wishing you all the health, wealth, and abundance. Take care. Message number 4. Your main message this week is positivity, faith, and optimism. So somebody's out there is feeling a little torn down. It's time to take a look at this, okay? So this is how it reads. You open the doorway to positive experiences and opportunities with your positive expectations and energy. Do not allow negative energy or temporary setbacks to interfere with the path that you are on. Keep the faith and keep going. All right. So never surrender. Never say die. All right. If you're feeling bummed out, go to someone who can help you. Talk to them about your fears, because fears are ridiculous. It's false evidence appearing real. Get rid of it. Okay, you don't need it. You're going to be fine. Whatever you're feeling is temporary, and you can control your thoughts. So if a negative thought starts to come into your head, literally say stop. You can say it out loud, or you can say it in your head, very loudly in your head. Stop. Do not allow yourself to continue with that thought. And once you learn how to control yourself, and you learn how to control what you allow your brain to think, and you can do this. You can tell yourself, I am going to be, no, I am, you cannot say going to be, you say, I am successful. I'm doing this. I'm doing it. Okay. Motivate yourself. I'm doing this. Now you got the create card. You were meant to create something. You were meant to create this path, this goal, this project that you want, this thing that you want is supposed to happen. So let's read the bottom. Get creative in your business. How can you break the rules in your niche? How can you create momentum? How can you zig when others zag? And, be positive about it. Think bigger. Want more. Know that you deserve it. You can, and you deserve to be happy. The universe wants you to be happy, healthy, and wealthy. That's why you were born to be happy, healthy, and wealthy. No matter where you started in life, you were meant to be happy, healthy, and wealthy. I want you to know that. In your heart, from the top of your head to the bottom of your toes, you were meant to be. So now we have easy does it. Slow and steady wins the race. This is kind of like the Knight of Pentacles in tarot, and I love me some Knight of Pentacles, okay? He is my favorite knight because he's not trying to charm you. He's not trying to, sweet talk his way in. He's not like the Knight of Swords where he's charged and wants to slash through everything. And he's not the Knight of Wands where he just wants to burn down the house and have a good time. This is Mr. Knight of Pentacles. You can rely on him, okay? That's what the energy you want to tap into. This week, you want to just know that you're not in this quickly. You're in this to go on. This is legacy. This is, life savings. This is life work. And that is what you're here for. So all those little things that are keeping you from feeling positive, or your faith is shaken, and Your optimism might be a little askew right now. The universe is saying, please hang in there. Tap into that creative energy and know that you are in this for the long haul. Okay, this isn't a fast and furious. This isn't some overnight thing. This is your future. Okay. And then it says, this is not a good time to rush. Pay attention to every detail. Slow down. All right, just slow it down. The third bullet point says, careful not to get involved with any get-rich-quick schemes. So if something's coming up that sounds too good to be true, it is. So do not consider it. So, right, this is something that's going to take a while. And so if it's something supposed to happen fast, you know that, especially this week, the answer is no to that. All right, now here's your last card, legal. You might have to take care of some legal matters related to financial issues. So yeah, if you're dealing with a legal matter, and you're going to have to wait on that. And I think that's why you got the easy does it card, because this is a long-term thing. And if there's a lawsuit that you're working through, it should turn out in your favor. That's how I'm getting this, because this can also be the judgment card in the deck, that kind of Libra balance feeling with the scales, that it should turn out in your favor. So if you wait for that to work through, everything's going to fall into place. And in fact, you should probably have the money to go forward. So that might be the channel that the universe takes to get you where you need to be. This legal matter is going to be one in your favor, and that is the money you can use to proceed. Right? Second bullet point, you could receive money from some kind of legal matter. I think we just went over that, right? I mean, that's literally what I kind of saw anyway, was that somebody out there is going to win their case and everything's going to be okay. And that takes me back to the positivity card. So just have faith, all right, that the universe is working in your favor. Call on your angels and guides and say, please help me. I don't know what to do. And, give me peace that you're working behind the scenes for me in my favor. And then the last bullet says, this is a good time to handle any legal matters involving money. So act on things quickly if you get things in the mail. All right. So let people know that you are taking care of it, because we just have to take responsibility for things. And you are, clearly you are, but just be okay knowing that it's not quick. You're not getting a quick answer, and the universe just wants you to know you are loved and they are working for you. You just can't see it. Okay? I am wishing you all the best, guys. All the health, wealth, and abundance. Take care, and I will see you next week.